Whew, welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. I'm doing, well, at least one little thing tonight. Probably not much more, but I definitely have a thing or two to mention. This won't be too long of a stream, unfortunately. It's getting late as it is, and I don't know you guys, but I had a busy weekend. I'm ready to turn it now. But here we go. So, first things first. What I have to do is crash the Titans. Mine's going to expire really soon, like within hours. And I want to do some Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't think I'm going to get to it right now. Don't you worry. I do plan on getting to some, I don't know, tomorrow night, the night after, something like that. And I'll zoom through day 1 as I usually do. Day 2 and 3 are the only ones that really have any stoppers for us. But I have a feeling that it isn't going to be that bad. I'll get into that in a minute. First off, the crash. Excuse me. Crash of the Titans against Magneto with a cheating in 555. Well, he's got every power maxed out. I mean, come on. Okay, well, I kind of know who it is we're going to use because, you know, if you didn't know by now, if you look at the Taco Vault, whatever covers in the bottom left corner of the Taco Vault, that's the guy that you're going to be using for the crash. So without even going into this, I kind of know who it is. And we've done this before. It's actually one of the earliest crash of the Titans in the entire game. It was one of the first ones they made because he's one of the earliest 4-star characters in the game. Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you don't know how to play Nick Fury, let me mention a couple key things about him. Nick Fury isn't all that complicated. He's a classic character, meaning he doesn't have any passives to rely on. He came out well before passives were really a thing. I mean, sure, you had things like, oh, Dak can make some strike tiles when you make a green match, you know, stuff like that, but nothing really game-changing as we know it nowadays. No, Nick Fury has regular moves. Spend AP, get results. But his moves are pretty cool, all in all, as a package. First off, his Avengers Assemble, his yellow, it's pretty darn good. I mean, it doesn't really tell you the numbers, which is kind of weird. I feel like if this was made nowadays, they'd tell you more details. For some reason, they have not gone back and done that for us. But what I can tell you is the animation is pretty okay. You got a bunch of the Avengers jumping in and doing their thing. At first, Captain America pops up and, you know, throws some protects down, and then Iron Man at level 2 will jump in and, you know, do some damage. Hulk does a big team. Hulk's the next one. Sorry. Hawkeye puts down some crit tiles, which is very important in my opinion. Hulk does some team damage, and then Black Widow does a stun. When you get it at level 5, which is how I believe it should be, to be quite honest, you stun someone in front for a couple turns, you hit the entire team, you put out charge tiles, meaning that you now are probably going to do more damage to that person in front that you just stunned, and you have some protection as well. This ability is really good when put in the right team. If you're just breaking into 5-star territory, let me throw out a suggestion team for you that actually uses Nick Fury really well. Nick Fury, Valkyrie with her yellow as high as you can, put it up to 5, and Kitty. Kitty will be your only 5-star on the team, meaning her yellow is her best, her strongest color. So whenever anyone on your team, including Kitty, well, anyone that's not Valkyrie on your team takes any decent amount of damage, Valkyrie's going to make some strikes, but more important, they're going to generate 4 yellow AP. What that means is you're going to be throwing out these Avengers Assemble every 2.5 turns, and that's assuming you didn't match any yellow yourself. If you get to match your own yellow as well, you'll be throwing out Avengers Assemble quite often. You get hit, and Valkyrie gets mad, puts out her retaliation stuff, getting AP built for it. It's disgusting. It's really good in that hand. Anyways, Demolition is fun. This is how you can beat some of these Crash the Titans, even if you don't have a champ to Nick Fury. Demolition, with enough levels in it or ranks, just save up your blue, get at least one casting of it out there. If you can wait long enough, get 2 castings of it out there. That's 20 blue. It's ridiculous, I know. But you'll have 14 trap tiles out there. No computer can tiptoe through that minefield. They'll match one of them, and it's pretty much instant kill. And then finally you have Escape Plan. Nothing wrong with it. You see that I have it at 3 levels instead of 5? It's not that bad. It actually does pretty good damage, but it does cost 11 purple. It's a little pricey. It does, decent damage. The only reason I don't give it more credit is that the rest of the ability relies on that countdown tile. If that countdown tile gets matched away, then you're kind of lose some of the oomph of this ability. But if it does go off, you get some AP and a strike tile, and it's a decent one too. But I don't put all my eggs in that basket, so I put it down to 3 and let Avengers Assemble and Demolition do all my work for me. Anyways, that all said, that's how I play Nick Fury. I'm going to take off these boosts. We don't need them where we're going. Now, I know if you're a Marvel aficionado, Magneto should win this fight hands over, right? There's no reason Fury's going to win this, but the power of video games, right? So, let's see. I mean, this might be pretty quick, honestly. If we get the blue up fast enough, it's going to be over before they know it. Unfortunately, we don't want to leave the blue where Mags can get it. Magneto loves blue as well, and his blue is one of his best abilities. So we're going to try to avoid just handing that over. When I say one of his best, it's probably one of his strongest, I should say. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I guess we'll take this yellow. We're actually going to let him take that crit if he wants it. Because now I can assemble. Whoosh! Look at all this stuff. Yay, icons. All those crits. Stun for 2 turns. Stuff and stuff and stuff. I don't know how... Thanks, Noble Might. I don't know how resistant Magneto is to explosives. I don't think I ever see Magneto taking a hit. That's a fair enough fact. You barely ever see Magneto take a physical hit. And when he does, it's not often, and never from explosives. I mean, camera pans away or something. It's a very valid point. I guess I'm just thinking of the fact that Magneto can float in with the equivalent of Panzer level plate mail and, has telekinetic bullets. That's where my brain was going, but I do appreciate the fact you bring that up. Let's see. Let's build up our blue while he's sitting there not doing anything. Take that crit damage. I didn't want to cast my blue yet. I want him to be available to make these matches. Now, if you don't know already, remember that the computer has to take a match 4 if they see it. So in other words, on the left side, they're going to take that match 4 of team up tiles. And I don't want them to take that. I want them to match one of my explosives. So I'm going to match that for them, even though it's not going to do me any good. I guess just in time, too, because this could actually potentially hurt me. And he gets that. It's okay. There you go. That's a Cascade had to do it. I'm like, it's okay, just keep matching away. You're going to eventually match one of those trap tiles. Which he did. Yay! Stuff happened. Anyways. Okay. back to what I was talking about earlier, this Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. Have you been playing with Icarus at all? Don't misconstrue those words. I'm going to click on him in here. I don't know how much of a threat this guy's going to be, but I do have a little bit of worry in the back of my head. This yellow, it's basically like he has a kind of a miniature Immortal Hulk sort of ability where he can come back to life on his own, but it's not automatic. It's not without cost. He has to spend 9 yellow AP, which does passively. He doesn't have to spend no one has to spend a power, to actively bring him back, right? So there is that. But it drains all the yellow AP, so he doesn't just drain 9. And Icarus then revives with some health, 15% at 1, right? Airborne for 2 turns. Up to 100% health, airborne for 5. This is what I'm worried over here. This is the thing that gnaws at the back of my head. So if you get 9 or more yellow, he could just revive once he dies and go right into the sky, which is not the easiest place to reach people in this game. His match damage is also increased by 25% for every yellow AP you have. This increase is active while Icarus is airborne. Okay, that sucks, but fighting against him, that sucks. If he's on your team, of course you love this, right? I mean, think about it. Like 10 yellow AP means 250% damage increase. Match damage, that is. Okay, now look at his purple. If Icarus is airborne at the start of the turn and has no active allies, so just think about that. If there's a bad scenario where you're kind of looking death in the barrel, down the barrel there, he makes a match. Whenever a friendly match is made while Icarus is airborne, he deals 70% of his match damage to the enemy in the back. Let's pump that up to 5. 380% of his match damage to the enemy in the back. So, in other words, for 6 purple, he's going to go airborne for 4 turns. Or upon death, he goes airborne for 5. And while he's up there, if anyone's making a match, he's going to hit the guy in the back. The guy that you're supposedly trying to protect for more damage than normal. Those Okoye Thor teams where Okoye is tanking for everybody, including half health Thor. Yeah, Icarus is just going to keep pecking at him. This thing that they got going here is it's good. I don't know if it's going to be meta good. I don't think it will be. But I can see some teams revolving around producing lots of yellow AP and relying on Icarus to just peck at people in the back. Because this 25% increases active while Icarus is airborne. That goes on top of this 380% as well. Those combine. So you put that... Let's look at that again. 25% for every yellow you have. Let's just say what it is. Let's say it's 10 yellow AP you have on you. 250% plus 380%. Okay? That's a lot of match damage for a 4-star to do for free while you're airborne, okay? I don't know. I see some ugly stuff going down with this. If you have a good way of producing yellow and keeping him airborne, it's going to force the opposing teams to pick anti-airborne people like Archangel might see some play again, or Elsa Bloodstone might actually get some use. Things like that might happen. This is all just speculation. I don't know. Right? Game is delivering subtle recommendations for Archangel these days. And it's good for them, honestly. We need more rock, paper, scissors in this game. So I think this is all very good for the health of the game. I'm reading the crystal ball. I'm reading the tea leaves. I'm looking at the palm and saying like, this could cause a problem. But it could also be a solution too. Maybe there's going to be an annoying team that you hate going against and someone's going to bite the bullet. Icarus could be the guy that just sits there and takes that hit, knowing full well you got 9 yellow in your back pocket, you come back to life with a vengeance. Not to mention his red here, Cosmic Blast. That's not bad. It's 8 red. It's probably the sour point of his build, but I mean, let's say you do pump it up to 5. If you fire it as soon as you return from being airborne, you generate 4 purple and 4 yellow. Well, shoot, you're almost halfway to being revived, and you are almost back in the air just with this AP alone. I mean, you take 9 yellow to be revived, right? This is assuming you have 0, you're almost halfway there. And it takes only 6 purple to get in the air, you're only 2 purple away from that. That's not bad, and plus this ignores projectiles. That's something to think about. It's only a little bit of damage, 3,187, but we know there's ways to pump that up too. So, I think he's got a really solid kit, and I think this is the sort of kit that people might have to stop and think about. Will it beat some of the metas? Probably not. But then again, if you're in the air, I mean, what's iHulk gonna do? Yell at you? I don't know. Just thinking out loud. You got a team of Icarus and Vulture just flying around, causing devastation. I mean, they don't have any overlap. This guy's red, purple, yellow. Vulture's black, green, blue. They could just fly around all day, complementing and supporting each other. It's kind of ugly, and yet beautiful. Anyways, we're gonna run into his Welcome to Shield probably tomorrow, if not latest by like Tuesday. But that's about all I got for now. Also, I think tomorrow will be a big day because if my tea leaves, once again I'll reference those, are correct. This latest legend should change. Gamora needs to show up, and I think it'll be tomorrow. I'm just getting used to the pattern. I used to not really pay attention that heavily, but I think it's tomorrow. So, with that said, that's all I got for now. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your insight, Noble Might, on Nick Fury's explosives versus Magneto. And I guess that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.